up, NewLanta? I'm your girl, Bonnie Banks, and we are here at Bandwidth Studios with our boy, Josh Waters. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
All right. I'm so excited to be here. Josh got some good energy, and we're going to get into your music. But of course, I want to start with just who you are as a person, because I did do my research, of course. And I saw that you went to Alcorn State University.
Alcorn.
How did I say it?
Alcorn. Everybody do though. It's all good.
Okay, so pronounce it for me.
Alcorn.
Alcorn.
Not Al.
But not Alcorn.
That's right.
Okay.
Listen, Bonnie struggled with pronouncing things.
Look, don't put me out.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so Alcorn State University, HBCU.
Yep.
Awesome. And you were actually on the Drumline.
Correct.
So how has that, being on the Drumline, kind of paralleled into being an artist and into your real life?
Oh man, so honestly, everything that I learned from being in a band is like a direct reflection of what I'm having to deal with and experience here. The discipline, just everything that it took in terms of, I don't even know how to explain it. So I became the section leader of the Drumline as a freshman. So the workload or the requirements of the average freshman were just a little different for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It go hand in hand. The drive, the gumption when it comes to, if you was to look at another label and like, what are they doing? How do we compete? Such would be equivalent to whoever you got to play on Saturday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So I'm sure at your school it was kind of a big deal to be on the drum team. Like people look to you guys for beats and music and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. So I guess if we talking about just the rhythm and that part of it, it definitely, I guess, go hand in hand with me and cadence wise as a songwriter and how I pick and select certain things or just but
yeah. So when you're picking beats or songs that you want to write on, are you specifically looking for more of like a drum beat? Like what do you look for when you're picking your songs?
Oh man, I have so many records that it's kind of difficult to say that every time it happens like this or like that. It just varies. I go off of feeling. However I'm feeling, if this sound sonically matches up with that emotion, then that's what we're going with. I'm actually not as finicky, I guess, about these things as some people would assume. Yeah, strictly about how we're feeling today.
So we've talked to other artists, and they are usually pianists or they play the guitar. You play the drums. I actually play the drums. Just throw that in there. Okay. Has that helped you just with hearing music differently and reading music and writing music? Yeah,
I would say more so with my songwriting, cadence and the way that I would structure my delivery with records is driven the way I would write a cadence back in college. And I think even that was so unique. So let me be clear. I'm a GOAT when it comes to this band shit. Like, if you go to any SWAT school and ask about, me, they gonna tell you like this nigga was that dude. So the way I would structure and write my cadences back then is exactly, actually, I ain't never think about it until now. You asked me this, but the way I would structure certain cadences and offset certain things to make this pop and such, that's how I write. But I don't think I paid attention to me taking that from my
and putting it into now. That's how music sometimes can parallel itself. Your manager was telling us that you're dropping a song every week, so it's making you a better songwriter. So how has the writing process been for you now?
It's been easier, I guess, because now we got this formula. When I first got here to Bandwidth, I put out my Honey project, was a compilation of 8 songs after 2 years of releasing my first one though. So now to be cranking out so many records at a time, so many. We're gonna release 52, but that don't mean we only made 52 records. We might have made 70, 80, and these 52 just made the cut type of thing, you know what I'm saying? But again, because the volume and the requirement is so high, it just got my skills. It ain't even fair. It ain't fair, for real. Like, I'm cranking records out in 30 minutes, writing the whole song, so forth and so on, man. But more so than me just writing a song, the way that I'm able to like see the whole picture and paint it. So whatever the concept is, how I'm able to internalize and just really dive into the scenario and instantly come up with stuff is just unreal. But I know that's from getting the reps up, cranking out something.
Yeah, that's extremely important. Even when you're an athlete, you have to do it over and over.
Yeah, you got to. It's like working out. Literally like working out.
Yeah, I believe that. So your doing all these songs, and I personally am a huge fan now. I've listened to your music. I was like, oh, I'm definitely a fan of Josh Waters. You've definitely got the good R&B vibes. And the music is great. You're extremely talented.
Thank you.
Tell me about the energy, the creativity that went into making your album, the Spade Suit. Excuse me.
Now you good. So I think everybody is kind of looking at the Spade Suit, the Heart Suit as like individual drops and releases, which is great. But the way we're doing it, the whole release of 52 records is a project within itself.
Oh, okay.
So the same energy and creative process that went into the Heart Suit is the same one that went into the Spade, so forth and so on. So what we're doing is releasing these songs every Wednesday, and at the end of each quarter, packaging them into bodies of work. So the processes, they're not different at all, actually. It's just us or me coming in here in the space, whatever that might be. Say if you was my girlfriend and I'm mad about whatever happened last night, or I'm extremely excited about what kind of night we had, I just come in and let that out. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I'm grateful for the team that I have. They do a really good job at allowing me to just express myself freely and just bringing it all home. But that's what's been happening throughout this whole thing.
You talk about expressing yourself when you come into the mindset, you come into here, that kind of thing. Is it weird sometimes to, I guess, sing about your experiences? Say you do have a girl, or you do have somebody that you're talking to, and you're singing about her, and the song may be about her. Is it kind of weird to go back and be like, I wrote this song about you, whether it was good or bad? Because sometimes it can be bad, and it's like, this was about you.
Yeah, nah, bro. Like, I'm such a communicator. I pride myself on being honest, and I have friends and different people that I can talk to about different things, but the music is the outlet for that.
Okay.
So let's say this record may have been about an ex-girlfriend. This might have been something that I wasn't able to communicate effectively to you, but I got to deal with that. I still got to get that out and release that. So whereas I got a journal and things of that nature, but I use my music to get all of these experiences out, you know what I mean? So nah, I kind of don't really care how the other
they feel.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
yeah.
So would you say music and kind of singing about your feelings is your love language?
One of them.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you, so your significant other, if you have one, you don't know, do you have one?
I love God.
You know what? You ladies, you already know what that means.
Next
question. He moved me right along. Alright,
So don't linger on that.
Don't hang on that question. Okay, well,
So
if you
God
have,
is dope, and then?
if you have a significant other, somebody, I don't even know where I was going with the question now, because I'm just like,
nah, I just, you know, as an R&B artist, I kind of, that part of my life, I don't have a problem sharing. It's kind of like you hear the records, you take it however you do. But, I love all of y'all, and I want y'all to, you know what I mean?
but you can't have all of it.
And I don't want you all.
Oh.
I really don't. I really don't. However, here's the biggest thing. I gotta clear this up. Somebody gonna see this and be like, what?
He was
What
just
I
texting
wanna
me the
do?
other day.
Yeah, and it's definitely not that type of situation. I want to create the space for women, bro. For people. Like, I'm the guy who wants to create that space where talking about love is cool, talking about whatever. And I know you don't like to do these things.
Look, no, I'll sing about my feelings, but when you have to start talking, I'll be like, this is a lot for me.
But nah, I dig
a lot of
that.
energy.
I just want to be that artist, though, that create that space, but I feel like there are so many women, whether it's in their personal relationship with their significant others, certain things men just don't contribute to the situation, and a lot of times it's just because we might not know how to, or we think we're too tough and too cool to express things in a certain fashion.
But I feel like that's what R&B music is. R&B music gives that.
Was.
I don't know. Duke's out here, you know. Okay.
I feel you.
Do you feel like as an R&B singer though, it is kind of like you need to portray yourself as single, whether you are or not?
I wouldn't say you have to.
Okay.
But I choose to kind of give off
keep
a certain
that energy.
like,
okay. So how would your significant other feel about that though? Does she need to be okay with that?
Well, if she's my significant other in the event that I have one, then she already understand that.
Okay, so she's got to be on board with that.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to just quickly move away from that. So. Thank you for enlightening us. We appreciate that one, you know.
Of course.
But back to the music. I mentioned earlier, my favorite song personally is Black Bonnie.
Okay.
Of course, because I'm Bonnie Banks.
Shout out.
In case y'all knew that. So, you know, if you ever make a music video, just...
You gonna do it for me.
Hop in, you know. Throw your girl in there, cause. But I personally love that song. Out of all of the, you're at 52 right now.
No, we at 35.
35.
Yeah.
You're at 35. So out of the 35, what would be your top 5?
Oh, swinging.
Love a good swing. I like that one.
What was you just playing? Just the Same. No Chaser. This is actually a tough list. I would say Awesome. And Can't Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, none of my favorite ones made that list, but
Dang,
that's
what's your top 5? What's your top 5?
If I had to do top 5, of course, Black Bonnie's on there.
Okay.
I loved Swingin'. Okay, so Swingin' did make it, and You and I.
Okay.
What's the one? She Gon' Call. And I think those are my favorites. Those are my favorites.
You got me vegan.
So I sent Millie Vegan because I was hanging out in my car, and I was like, just listening to music, enjoying the albums, because I love to sit and listen to albums all the way through like a couple times.
Yeah.
In different states of mind as well, because I feel like you feel them differently.
That's true.
So I was listening. Vegan kind of went over my head the first time. I was like, maybe some vegan food, whatever. But I came back, and then you're asking if, she's vegan, if she eats vegan, and you're just saying. I was like, no, you're just asking, Josh.
That's right.
You're not just saying.
That's
You're
right.
just asking. So you guys should go check that
out. I
out.
asked in a, kind of respectful way, but I was curious.
Right. Okay. So, as a father, you're a father.
Yep.
As a father, what is it like being an artist and a father and balancing that life?
Man, so I think the balance between artist and dad is cool, but my son still lives in my hometown, he and his mom. So I think that the distance factor definitely makes it difficult. I find myself often like questioning, like, damn, am I tripping? Like, I feel bad sometimes for pursuing this because I could just be in Mississippi, and I think that part is even deeper than music, but it's rewarding. It's rewarding. He actually is my biggest fan, and it's unbiased. You feel me? But he take his dad extremely serious, So it's dope. It's rewarding.
You make good music.
Yeah.
You guys make good music.
Yeah.
Is he musically inclined as well?
He is.
Okay.
He I'm gonna just say yeah. He's really gifted. I don't want to sound like the dad who just bragging like
You're supposed to.
Yeah, but some people be lying.
Oh. So people do lie about their kids.
Yeah, like
I
can't do that. He gifted though, for real.
Okay, nice. All right, what's up? I'm your girl Bonnie Banks. Welcome NewLanta. We have Josh Waters here. So say what's up.
What's up?
Drop your social media in case they want to find you.
Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all platforms at Josh Waters Music.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, you are signed to Bandwidth.
Correct.
What is your relationship like with your record label?
It's strictly family. So I'm signed. Will Power, he owns the label. I met him about 2.5 years ago, going on 3 years. You familiar with Big Crit, the rapper?
Yeah.
So Crit and I was working together.
Nice.
And Crit was working on his album Feathers and Mighty Long Time, which Will Power executively produced. And Crit had invited me into the session at the time. I had this single, my first single, This Fire, with Smoke Dizzle. I don't know if you're familiar.
I heard that one.
But yeah. So Crit let me play the record in the session and shit, and Will they was rocking with it. And at the time, things were going the way that they were. Fast forward 2 years later, I found out Will Power was building his studio, and I was getting ready to go into project mode to create Honey, or record it rather. The records were already created, and one of my friends referred me to this joint. So when I came over here, the energy was just there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very big on energy, feeling, vibe. I'm more of a spiritual type of person. So discernment led me to feeling just safe.
That's nice.
So the engineer who was recording me, he kept obviously going back and telling Will, yo, it's this young dude who come in here every week. You need to hear about him. And Will and I ended up crossing paths in the building, and it was that double take, don't I know you? And I was ready though. I'm like,
I know you.
I'm him. So he was he asked what was my situation. I'm like, we chilling. We don't have one right now. And so he asked us to set up a meeting, and we did. And he asked my manager, and I was like, what do y'all need? And we looked at each other, and we was like, guidance. And he was like, huh? We like guidance, and literally took us on. The rest was history from then. So yeah, it's love here, a lot of it.
Yeah, I felt the energy. I'm very sure you guys staged this place out or something. Because I was like,
it's love, real talk though. Yeah, for real.
So you hear about artists such as Megan Thee Stallion that was going through it with her albums. Even in the past, a lot of artists have gone through it with their record labels.
Yeah.
So how important is it for you to have a good working relationship and not feel like they're trying to get over on you or take advantage of your streaming platform?
It's everything, man, to be honest. And what I appreciate the most about Will is like he kept me in the dark about nothing. Like I can honestly say I was in rooms and meetings with him pertaining to my career that I probably shouldn't have been in or wouldn't have, at least in any other situation.
Gotcha.
But he was very transparent, let me know everything. So the whole time while I'm recording, I did artist development here. It was a 6-month program. But he was teaching me the business too. Nice. Like even if it don't work out with him, I got enough game to be able to recognize like, hold up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it means everything because it allows the artist to kind of get an understanding of what type of situation you want to be in. Because certain deals that we hear about publicly, they're not bad. The artist just didn't have an understanding.
Right, they didn't actually know the words. It's got a gray area.
Yeah, and I mean, just understand it. If somebody helped blow you up, you kind of you gotta cut them in on certain things. You know what I mean? So I think the awareness and understanding in most cases just it ain't there.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for how he chose to like handle my situation.
You mentioned artist development, and coming in, I did see a kitchen. Is that part of artist development? You guys have to learn how to cook too?
Well, you don't have. You gotta learn how to cook, but cook up dope records. So nah. But it's I did artist development here. So
what is the artist development like? Give us a little quick summary.
It was a 6-month program. I started January 18th, I believe, of last year. Quit my job, which wasn't a requirement, but I wanted to really just
invest,
engulf and dive in, bro. So I would come here at 10 in the morning, and we have a trainer who works out us, you know what I mean? So my trainer would come, work out with him from 10 to 11. I would do a vocal class with Misha, which is our artist development coach. I would do that from 10 to 11 to 12. I would eat, work out. There's a shower in our bathroom. I would just bring duffel bags every day.
What's that shower like? Is it clean?
It's clean, I'm bougie.
Okay.
It's clean, I promise. So I would shower, then they would give me time to just eat and take a break, and then we would meet up in here at 3 p.m. And just work on music from 3 until we might see the sun come up again, like literally.
Yeah.
So 6 days out of 7 for 6 months, that's all I did last year.
See, you guys need to get a part of that artist development. They're with this on it. They're making sure you're ready to go.
It's important, man. So just to speak to that as an artist, it's that longevity factor. So when you was talking about R&B, I have like this new attitude about it. Like, no, that's not what these niggas doing no more. It's not. It's very like microwave type of thing. And that's not to discredit the artists, male and female, that are taking the time in their camps, that are taking the time to really develop and establish and hone in on whoever these people are and so forth. It's like, nah, that doesn't happen for the most part. Most labels want you to get to a certain space and then piggyback off of that.
Gotcha.
So it's rare that you find people in spaces that see just that star power spec and they like, you know what?
Let's develop this.
Yeah.
So you keep mentioning that R&B is different from, what is this, 90s R&B you might be talking about? Maybe 80s R&B?
I hate to put a time frame on it because it was like early 2000s too, but it was just when people,
Okay. Yeah. What do you see the stark difference besides maybe talent? Because I think that sometimes now we see more so like people are talented in one aspect, and it's like, okay, well, we can kind of finesse this into what we consider R&B now.
So I think talent is definitely a thing, and I don't think that has absolutely anything to do with the artist. Because if you call me and say you heard my record or saw my TikTok, you want to give me an amount of money for it, who am I, the artist, not to take that?
Right.
But I definitely think certain peoples in high spaces aren't paying as much attention to detail. And just to get a certain return, people are kind of just letting certain shit slide under the rug.
I see.
And so I think obviously the content in a certain time and space, the way we talk to women was a little different. The rap niggas was always like, pussy this, give me that. Yeah. But R&B was the like more subtle, more like, how do I even explain? You know what I'm saying? Like it was more of a
fiending.
It's like that don't happen now. It's straight to it. Like even in my singing, like shit, what we doing?
Well, vegan
type of energy
will tell you that kind of energy.
Man, so I felt like that was me more or less trying to do that without doing it. Like
you asked straight up.
I feel like it was a way of like introducing the conversation, but I feel like now R&B has this sound of like, well, you already know what time it is. Don't appear at my door. But I'm Chris Brown, so and you're like, okay, Chris.
Exactly, and like not to put me in like this holier than thou type of space because it ain't that at all.
I think you just have difference.
I had my son when I was 19 years old, so let's be very clear. Like I'm not a stranger to none of that shit. You understand? But the way I I was raised by a woman.
Okay.
Let's start there.
Okay.
Pops passed when I was 7.
Okay.
Never remarried, raised by a woman. So my perspective on how to approach women with certain things is just like I'm gonna handle that a little differently.
Yeah, because you see your mom very differently. I notice a lot of men raised like that.
Yeah, but that's how I see every woman. I see my mom in every woman, and would kind of want to respect every woman who requires that level of respect. You're gonna get it from Josh.
I like that. I mean, I enjoy your music. I don't ever feel like I'm being creeped out.
Okay, so who's paying on the first date?
Who paying on the first date?
Yeah.
It really just depends on how we get there. Cause I ain't him, so probably I'm paying for my shit and you gonna pay for yours on the first date.
On the first date.
Depending. It's
no,
so,
but
man.
I know some men there's like, you're not paying at all. So I get that.
Yeah, it's
I'm always
dependent.
okay, I'll pay for mine, I'll pay for yours.
You know what? To answer your question, discernment gonna let me know. Because some people think I might have more than I do, and I can feel that energy. I ain't paying for shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then there's other women who I can tell, like, you're not expecting it. If I say, yo, you good, that's automatically what she is. Or the person who reached for her shit first, I'm like, chill out, I got you.
Right.
Type of thing. So I think it just depends
but
on.
There's a little acting now. A lot of women pretend. Like,
well, that's why I kind of brought up the discernment. Yeah, because
No, I feel you. I'm the girl. I like to drive to my own places because I want to know if I need to hop up and leave because it's my trash, so I need to go. So I'm always good to pay for my own stuff. So I hear you.
Yeah, it just depends, man. It depends. I'm not him though. I keep saying that like.
Not okay. You guys.
What does I'm not
Josh
him mean?
said I'm
like,
not him.
I'm from Mississippi.
Okay.
And now I love Atlanta, but there's a lot of things that happen out here that
yeah, the
just
Atlanta life is definitely.
Yeah, I see men.
The mindset.
Like. I'm just not him. I don't even want to go into that.
I know what you're talking about.
Can we answer that? Like outside of this? You know what I mean? Like, cause I don't want to.
Yeah, we can talk about it later. We can chat about that off camera. I'll let you guys enlighten on what I'm not him means later. Besides the fact that you're not him, even though you should definitely make a shirt that says that. I've seen that you started some merch. Yeah, I want my 10%. I've noticed that you started some merch as well, so you're kind of getting into the fashion avenue a little bit. What's that? What's going on?
Yeah, so truthfully, yes, we are getting into the fashion, but we had to figure out another way to eat. Like,
that's true.
Coronavirus, can't do shows, and more so because I don't want to make it seem like it was just about the bread. I got people who have been rocking with me since my 11th grade year with me doing music, and I just felt like I haven't created that space for them to be able to support or attach themselves to something tangible. You know what I'm saying? So it really was that. So now we're figuring out how to personalize things so that it's not just me trying to sell shit.
Well, you know that shirt, I'm not him, is definitely
it's one of the way. I like that. I like it a lot. Yeah.
All right, so coronavirus is starting to pick up a little bit. Atlanta is open. The streets is open. What do we have next for Josh Waters? What can we expect coming out the bat besides the Black Bonnie video that I'll be starring in?
Just a load of content, man. I think we talking about trying to get like some IG live shows going on.
Okay.
Not the biggest fan of it, bro. I'm such an energy person that I'm yearning to be able to interact with people. You know what I mean? But as soon as we get the green light, we trying to push through this event like this 6 feet away type of thing, inviting like 20 to 25 of my fans or supporters to the studio just so we can start back interacting, man. But really just a lot of content.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you guys make sure you take a look at Josh Waters' music. He's got a ton of singles. He's got albums. You guys were not going to be disappointed. I personally am a fan now. Definitely a fan. Added it to my playlist. Go ahead and drop your social media handles so that they can find you.
Josh Waters Music, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. And if you're looking to stream, search wherever it is that you stream music on, Josh Waters, and something will pop up.
All right, you guys, make sure you stream Josh Waters, all his music, his new singles. He's got the spade suit, the heart suit, and coming up is going to be the clubs and the diamond suit. So you don't want to miss those. Make sure you check us out on NewLanta _ for all of our interviews. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey. She walk around like she been dipped in honey. Yeah. The sun must have kissed you with his lips. And I love her cause she don't even want nothing from me. She keep it 100, she don't sugarcoat it, tell me what it is, yeah.